Sorry for the wait. I had to find, I had to move a few times. Everywhere I was parked down this where I usually am, and this guy pulls up in his 1990 Marquis with his elderly mother. I'm at the bench. They pull right up next to my bench, stay in the car, and I'm listening to this guy discussing his mother's bathing habits. Just like, so I moved the second place I moved to, I had no signal. And now I'm here, and then mom and her two kids. And I said, I'm filming. I don't want to get your kids in view. She's like, don't worry about her. But, all right, let me get my glasses. That's what I don't have. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. A pretty willow tree. I love willow trees. Hey, Lori. Chat. Wonderland Alice. J. May. Thanks. Actually, this is a great place for a sunset. I've never been here for sunset, but that won't be for a while. It's what, 5 o'clock? Sunset's around 7:10. But maybe I'll hang around the area and come back. We'll see. We will see. And yes, this is the mom coming back. Like no matter where I go, there's nobody there. The minute I set up, people come, so that's okay. All right. So that was a nice live stream over Nana Patty's. I caught most of it. Very interesting. I feel kind of gypped. I mean, when I was raising my daughter, she, difficult, was she difficult? Oh, tantrums, and at 3 years old, I brought her to a psychologist. I had a 15, if not 20-minute visit, and my daughter was sweet as pie. She wasn't displaying any of her behaviors, tantrums, yelling, crying. She's crying for 2.5 straight years. And I remember she handed me a little piece of paper that she printed off somewhere, and all it said was ODD, oppositional defiant disorder, and that 98% of children diagnosed with it grow up to be criminals. And I go, that's it? Do you have a pill? Do you have any other information? She said, unfortunately, it's rather new diagnosis. We don't know much about it. But we do know that 98% of children that grow up with ODD get involved in criminal activities. And I was so hurt. And I felt my daughter was so misdiagnosed. She was a headstrong kid. Today, she's beautiful. She's got a beautiful heart. Yes, this was a psychologist. And she didn't interact with my daughter. She asked me questions. She didn't sit down with my daughter alone or do play therapy, nothing like that. It was the worst. But what did I know? She's a psychologist. She should know, right? So, anyway, hi Carolyn, Celia comments. Hi everyone who came in. So I was trying to think when Mental Health Awareness Day or week was, and I've been looking online in some places for the United States. Now October 10th, I think, is Awareness Day internationally. But then I find sites that it's the first 2 weeks in October, then I find another site, it's in September, and this is for 2022. So, I don't know, I'm very confused. But anyway, I think it's a great topic at some point. I'm gonna start off by reading from One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, my daily read, and I want to show you something. You ready? You ready, people? This is gonna be too close. Let me zoom out a little bit, because I'm gonna turn the camera around. Who's the queen now? Biatches. Just joking. I'm just joking. I came across these glasses in my trunk, and I'm like, I have to do this. I have to do this. You want to buy a shell? This one is the special shell with the 12 apostles, the Last Supper. The Last Supper. You see it? Look closely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 apostles. The Last Supper. I even think I see a bottle of wine in there. Right. That's, I think the wine. Yeah, the wine is right in there. And the guy at the end, he's drunk. Oh my God, he's passed out. Get him to bed. Anyway, who's the queen now? I've had these glasses a long time. Party City. Party City. But if someone is taking this offensively, it's just a joke. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Take a Snapchat. Snapshot. Biatches. Shiite, which actually does mean shit in the United Kingdom. So you're really cussing, actually. Could affect your channel. How do you sleep at night? Poor Pink, how could you? Just before you're reading a daily read. I don't know what it is today. It'll be interesting. I just created my own karma. Okay. These people are like, look at that lady. Okay. Just a little fun. I did. Read Tonda comment. Oh. Hell to the No just said we need to listen to what Merv said to Hell to the No's attorney. Buckle up. Hello to all. My son was referred to as ODD by a psychologist, but he never said anything about it being a phase, and it was. Luckily, it didn't last long, just a few teenage months. Yeah, it's a fine line. I'm not a psychologist, but come on. Teenagers especially. You like that book, Dandy? Yeah. I posted it on my community page, so if anyone's interested in it, the cover is differently. It's called The Courage to Change, but it's the same thing. And if anyone's having financial difficulties, email me at pinkladylug4, the number 4, @gmail.com. You will remain private, anonymous, and I'll help you out with getting a book. I think they're like $15. You got that book in 1984. It's falling apart. Yeah. Hey, Nana Patty, great live stream you had. Okay, so let's read. God forgive me. God forgive me for what I just did. Sorry, it's in my DNA. I can't help it. But I am taking accountability for my actions. I own it. You like the One Day at a Time Little Black book the most. Oh. As long as you got no guys' numbers in there that you're meeting at the meetings, that's against the rules. Should wait a year. Don't be going up there. I used to drop this girl off, Marla. Oh my God, she was my friend. She passed away 3 years ago. Her and her sister, within 2 weeks of each other, overdosed and passed away. Her girls grew up with my daughter. Very sad, but I remember years ago, I used to drive her to AA. She didn't have a license, and I would sit with her and listen at the meetings. But there were, and then, by the end of the meeting, she's like, I don't need a ride home. And I'm like, Marla, really? You had me sitting here the whole time when I could have been at an Al-Anon meeting, but this is over and over, and you tell me at the last minute before it's over to go. And we were in a lousy section of the city, too. I'm like, I have to walk back to my car alone? She was picking up guys. She was picking up guys. She was prostituting. And she struggled. She really struggled. But her sister passed away first. 2 weeks later, she passed away. And I can't imagine as a mother. Okay, so let's go. Oh, this is weird. The wind blew it open to my birthday. But today's not my birthday, so. Okay. September. Okay, here we go. Today's the 4th. Okay. September 4th, from the book One Day at a Time in Al-Anon. September 4th. Some of us, after long enduring misfortunes we didn't know how to cope with, reached a breaking point. In our hopelessness, we even felt rejected by God, so we never thought of turning to Him for help. A wonderful thing about Al-Anon is that we are encouraged to renew our faith in a power greater than ourselves, and that doesn't have to be God, okay? We may have thought we were beaten, but we have merely forgotten that God has given us the strength and the means to hold up our heads and live. We lean once more to identify ourselves with the divine principles that rules us all. Today's reminder, the sure knowledge that God is always with me and expresses Himself through me, will guide me in every difficulty. This is a source of confidence and strength that will help me to face life in an entirely new way. This help will make possible a wholesome detachment from the problems that do not belong to me. Quote, let me add spiritual dimension to my life, then I will never be alone in dealing with whatever troubles may appear, end quote. So what they're saying, whether your higher power is God or a mentor, that we maintain a foundation, that be it of faith, spirituality, to fall back onto, and let that identify us, and know that, you're gonna get through this, you're gonna be okay. Thanks, kindness. I'm glad you like that. I'm going to just touch a little bit on mental health because I thought it was today, the week coming up. Because one site said for 2022, it starts today and ends September 10th. Another site for the United States, 2022, said October. 2 weeks in October, so I'm confused. But it seems like let's see, it's October 10th that is actually World Health Organization, which is acronym WHO, global, which is the global campaign for World Mental Health Day. And that's October 10th. So I imagine it's in October. Oh, I saw Carolyn's deleted. I thought you were talking about someone else. Nana Patty is close to 1,000 subs, y'all, alls and alls. She's close to 1,000 subs. So thanks, Memphis Mommy. Thank you. That's so cute. Look at the guy giving a kiss. That is so cute. Thank you. So if you're a creator or not, and you have 500 subs or more, and J May, you're like 90 subs away from 500 for community page. If you can share Nana Patty's page, and let's get her to 1,000. Let's get her to 1,000. Thank you, Memphis Mommy. Happy Labor Day to you too. Okay, so I'm just going to touch a little bit on mental health awareness. As you know, I've discussed stigmas surrounding the disease of addiction, and there's also stigmas with mental health disorders. A lot of social stigmas attached, and that can cause someone actually struggling and suffering with a mental illness to remain ill for a prolonged period of time. You know what I mean? It's hurtful. And what stigmas can you think of? People with schizophrenia, they're often referred to as schizo. One great point is that somebody brought up in one of my live streams yesterday that a lot of people will just say if a person struggling with mental health issues has a bad day, they just think to take your pills and you'll be okay. That was an excellent comment. I think it was, what was her name, Bailey? But I hope she's here. I'm so bad at names. Hey, you Maine girl, how are you, honey? Your Maine girl, I hope you saw my live stream in Marlborough, Mass, of the Overdose Awareness Day, especially where, Chris Sullivan, former NFL football player for the Patriots, spoke, his wife, a lot of mothers there, fathers who have lost their child to substance use disorder. So I'm praying for you, and I know it's relatively new, but just reach out, whether it's us or your family, friends. Please don't isolate, okay? Hey, Angela. Yeah, I was up the hill a little bit, then I came down because it was so windy. So social stigmas, schizo, take your meds, you're out of control, assuming that, they didn't take their meds. So there's different types of stigma, the stereotypes, prejudices. A lot of people assume, hey Jenny, if I missed anyone, hi, nutcase, that's one. A lot of people assume those struggling with mental disorders, okay, are dangerous. Don't go near them, they'll kill you, right? That they're incompetent, that they have a low IQ, that they're not capable of working, that they must be on disability, which being on disability is fine, but that stigma of, oh, they must be on disability. And people tend to blame the person struggling with mental illness for their own disorder. Okay? There's also discrimination if someone is looking to rent a home. Can't get into housing. And some people assume that they receive a lower standard of care. That if they're on public assistance because of their mental disorder, or because they're just mentally ill, that they won't get the care that they should because they're not worthy of it. So those are still out there. I, working in the medical field, have even heard nurses speak like that. It's horrible. And I've heard nurses speak about those struggling with substance use, the disease of addiction, be ignorant and use stigmas. And I'm right there. My own son has had his struggles. And you never know, someone might be there. Like they said at that event, that one woman was there and she lost her child. and her co-workers were just using stigmas about addiction. Rachel has bipolar, type 2, a lot of assumptions about mental illness, yes. So when Mental Health Awareness Day or month or weeks come out, really take the time. It's called awareness, and awareness is through education. And go online, talk to your doctor about it, even if you don't have a mental disorder. If you have a therapist, bring that topic up. What can I do, for my community or for my family, my loved ones who are struggling, in order that I don't hurt them unintentionally. Get educated. That's all it takes is education. And start conversations. And start conversation with things in your daily lives that can affect your mental health. Don't feel like, you can't speak out, just as with addiction. Don't remain silent. Pick a person, anybody, and start with a discussion, okay? And actually, in some countries, and even some parts of our country, mental illness is considered taboo. So in underdeveloped countries and developed countries, some parts of the world, including us, look at mental illness disorders as taboo. It's really sad, right? In 2022, and we still have a lot of work to do. So what brings up mental illnesses, right? A lot of people assume, oh, it just had to be trauma. Just had to be some kind of trauma, right? Hold on, let me just get my drink. No, I'm not popping a beer. It's my double shot. It's my caffeine kick. I almost sat on my shelves. No, no, not the shelves. I have some pine cones I'm gonna decoupage with toilet paper because I don't know about that glue for decoupage, mo something moo-hoo, or I don't know what it is. But if you use toilet paper, y'all, it will stick by itself inside the pine cones. And I am so excited to try it. It was my idea. So I think I'm on to something. Modge Podge. That's right. Look at, I like to save money. I'm using toilet paper because it sticks when you wet it. So I'm just gonna wrap it around, and I'll go live and do it, and I'll show y'all and y'alls. I'm going to go live and show you how to do it. And it's so easy, and you can decorate the toilet paper before you wet it, but I'll show you. That will be a future parody. That will be a future video, craft video, because it has size in it. Oh, they're getting fish. So I've seen Asian people do that before, and I'm curious. They grab all these minnows, but I don't know what they do with them. I will send you my TP with a $1,000 bill on it, Epi. Okay. Okay, so back to mental health. Well, let's talk briefly about the types of mental health. The brain is only a vital organ, same as the heart, liver, kidneys. All can wear out, but we are expected to fix our own brain. Yeah. You fish with minnows. Oh. I remember when I was in Maui, there was this Asian guy, and there's a lot of Asians there. A lot of them immigrated over to Hawaii, and he had so many. You think he drained the ocean of minnows? It was unbelievable. He didn't have a net either. Um, but I was like, wow, what is he? I mean, that was a lot of fishing, I guess. But yeah, fishing, I guess. A 3-hour crap. Okay, so mental health. Falls under mental health? Anxiety disorders and panic disorders, right? Panic attacks. I had a panic attack once, and it's scary. And I wasn't doing anything. I was vacuuming. My daughter was 5 months old. All I'm doing is vacuuming, and I'm not even thinking of anything. I didn't go through any recent trauma or stress. And all of a sudden, I felt like I couldn't breathe. And I called 911, and I had to take my daughter with me in the ambulance. The guy's like, do you have to take her with you? And I'm like, there's no one in the house. They gather them a few times a year, make special fish out of them. Oh, Jenny, yeah. So I remember getting to the ER, and I kept begging for oxygen, even though my saturation rate, my oxygen level was like 99%. I was begging for, I was like, please just give me oxygen, just please. They wouldn't. And thank you for the PayPal. I won't call out your name, I don't want to dox you. So they gave me a little tiny white pill to take. And I didn't know what it was. I was just like, anything, whatever. I didn't know if it was a nitro, because I was having chest pain, a nitro pill. But she told me to swallow it, and then I knew it was lorazepam, Ativan, so, and I was fine. But yeah, so panic disorders are very scary. Obsessive compulsive disorders, phobias, depression, these all fall under mental health disorders. Bipolar disorder, any mood disorders, even, like a heart attack. Even eating disorders, anorexia nervosa, bulimia, those are mental health disorders. It's not about just putting food back in your mouth. It's all mental. Personality disorders like BPD, borderline personality disorder, post-traumatic stress. What else? There's psychotic orders, like schizophrenia. So these are all, or most, of mental health disorders. And like I said, people just think, you must have had trauma, and that's not the case. You can have a family lineage of disorders. Often, if someone in your family, your mom, your dad, struggles with a mental disorder, sometimes it's in your genes. Life experiences, biological factors as well, like chemical imbalances, not imbalances, exposure to chemicals, especially during pregnancy, which is, I think they call it pre-birth exposure. So being exposed to viruses or toxins while you're pregnant. Also, five causes. I'm trying to remember the fifth. I remember. Oh, loneliness. So isolation. And loneliness creates depression. Can create depression and further mental illnesses if you continue to isolate. Look at these people. These are adults. Don't worry. It's like they're on a board on their chairs. Their life jackets on. Good for them. They're like on a board. It's not even like a surfboard. It's like a plank. Yeah, Angela, panic attacks and no picnic. I only had one. That one. Never again. And I never had anxiety until I came to YouTube. And hey Jason, how are you? And I thought it was work related, you know, because of the pandemic. But it wasn't until I started figuring it out. It wasn't until I was on YouTube the anxiety would start. Because I'm a seasoned nurse. And it's like, yeah, you know, even though it was fearful at the beginning of the unknown, it wasn't scary to the point where, you know, it put me into anxiety. No. The younger nurses, yes. A lot of new nurses left. A lot of nurses with families, little ones, left. And they did offer counseling, but everyone, well, who had time to even go to counseling when you were at work? It was like, nope, we were pulling double shifts, triple shifts. Yeah, but yeah, so panic attacks and anxiety attacks. I know when I had it, and I had it in my stomach. And Dana a little bit explained to me that because I'm half Arabic, that a lot of Middle Eastern, like they have it more in the stomach than the head, because I never had it in my head. So it felt like butterflies, but not kind butterflies. My stomach was doing flip-flops, and I couldn't figure out what it was, and it wasn't making me feel good. Not like a stomach ache. It just made me nervous. Yes, Dana's Dana a little bit. Mrs. Dana, she got married. I was invited to her wedding, Jason, but unfortunately my mom was ill at that time, and I couldn't commit to anything. You know, we met in March. She came to Boston, and we actually met in Connecticut, but I couldn't go to her wedding, but I'm very happy. Thanks, Jason. You did an amazing drug trial a few years ago for anxiety. Wow. Any promise in that? And I believe too in meditation, breathing. You know, they always say take a deep breath. I mean, there's a lot to that. It might not be a cure-all for everyone, but it certainly helps declutter the brain, because we bring on anxiety. It's fear that we create, right? Most of the time. I mean, obviously there's situations like trauma where we witness something that we don't have control over, and that, you know, brings, you know, post-traumatic stress disorder. These people are cracking me up here. They're just chilling. Just imagine if they got a bigger board, they could have a party out there. If your anxiety is too strong, even medication is difficult. Yeah. Jason, want to go paddling like they do? We'll make a picnic. No drinking, though. Can you imagine getting drunk and being out there like that? I was like, no, 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 no. There's a number. You guys have all heard the acronym SAMHSA, SAMHSA. What that stands for is Substance and Mental Health Services Administration. So basically it's, what does it mean? Substance abuse, mental health. I just said it. Oh, okay. I would like to see them change it to SUMSHA, SU, substance use and mental health, because if you've noticed, instead of saying substance abuse, which I was guilty of, they must recently redefined it, substance use disorder. It's Samsar still has substance abuse, and hopefully, these are things we do as a community, that, working with in this field. Um, we do bring these to the table, to politicians, to Congress, to companies, or like SAMHSA. Hey, would you consider changing your A acronym to U? Um, it does. It takes a village. And I was even in Washington State, Washington, D.C., years ago, when um, children who were babies that were relinquished at birth, over their birth name would be a red stamp that said illegitimate. And I remember seeing my original birth certificate when I searched and seeing that. And that hurt, as if I'm not legit. And we fought, and these were a lot of communities and a lot of states that met in Washington, D.C., and helped change. We did. They changed it to non-marital and no stamp. Like, it was such a label. It was like, boom, right over our names. Non-marital, illegitimate. And that's another stigma with adoption. Bastard child, illegitimate. And of course, Leticia is going on at Love Notes with TLC that her poor son is going to grow up always searching for a proper home. I'm just like, Leticia, I know myself and many other, I know thousands and thousands of people, because I worked so hard when I was searching, and I continued on helping other people search and giving them support. I've been on television with other adoptees and birth mothers. I was invited on the Oprah Winfrey Show because back in the 80s, to search, for your closed record, there were no computers, was phenomenal. And I was actually invited to go on the Oprah Show, but my birth mother declined. Because it was still taboo to talk about. Even in the 80s, it was like, how could you do that to your family? I'm like, do what? Just wanting to know where I came from? What my medical history is? So, so the number, the website to SAMHSA is SAMHSA, SAMHSA.gov, okay? And there's also an 800 number, 1-800-662-4357. Or you can just think 1-800-662-HELP. And a lot of people that struggle with mental health disorders, they self-stigmatize themselves. They feel like it's their fault for their own condition. And also there's institutional stigmas. Like I said, when I was at work, there was medical staff that would stigmatize, and this goes for mental health institutions as well. Public stigma, just people out in public just assuming, if you're acting strange or if you look sad, or acting out, oh, they must be crazy, they must be mental. And it's all about our attitudes, right? It's all about our attitudes and how we approach the social stigmas that come attached. If you ever come across anyone that is in a crisis, wanting to harm themselves or others, please reach out to 911. Do not try to talk someone out of it. We are not equipped to do that. Neither am I. I've seen on social media where people have often threatened to harm themselves, and you'll see chat, don't do it, don't do it. Your life is so worthy of living, and please. And I've done this. I've gone into a couple of chats where I'm like, someone call 911. If you know where they live, just call 911 now. they need medical attention. So, and uh, you know, lastly, mental health differs from person to person. So, if someone is struggling, say, with bipolar disorder, and based on their actions, when their behaviors aren't maintained because maybe they aren't on the right medications yet, or doesn't mean that everyone else behaves the same way as the person you know. It presents itself often with different symptoms. So don't assume that if somebody is acting manic that it's even bipolar. It could be anxiety, okay? Or the other way around. If someone is acting anxious and manic, yeah, they very well could be bipolar. But that's up to a professional, physician, psychiatrist. It's not our job to judge anyone struggling with mental disorders. Um, so yeah, they differ from person to person. There's really like no concrete way of defining it. There just isn't. There isn't a prototype for it. So that was my little touching upon it. Sounded like I really touched upon it, but I hope that helps. I still have a lot to learn, and I'm not ashamed to say that, about mental health disorders and with addictions, and we all can do better and learn more. Especially, there's always new information coming out about diseases of addiction, um, and about mental health disorders. So in the month of October, I'm gonna say October, I'd like everyone to really put in effort, even just a little bit, just to go online and start, just type in what is a mental illness, And if you know someone who has a mental disorder, talk to them about it. I think if we don't talk about it, they feel more isolated, Most are comfortable. I remember I had a patient once who went through transgender assignment. Hi, Chief Friday. Friday. I'm behind the chat, but you're reading some Al-Anon in the videos you post. They are really inspirational, and I hope you keep reading and posting them. Yeah, thank you. Absolutely. Queen Bee, how are you? I saw you. Talk of genuine concern, or is it someone overdoing things on this platform? No, it's genuine concern, but thanks for visiting. Ask. Right. So I once had a patient, this was about 10 years ago, who went through she went through gender reassignment. She was born a male. She saved up $30,000 to have reassignment surgery in the genitalia area. And of course, I'm working with all these other nurses, and it was like a big secret or something, like, oh, we got this patient, and they had their penis removed, and the reason why she was hospitalized was due to an infection from the surgery. Oh, yeah, no, that's okay, Queen Bee. No, this is genuine. Like, why would it not be, We've been discussing stigmas that are attached to substance use disorders, mental health disorders, and I'm very involved in my community and my real life, and so are a lot of other people. We have a lot of people in our community that lost a child to the disease of addiction. We have a lot of people that have mental disorders. So I just try to bring a little bit more awareness to it. What was I saying? Can you guys hear me now? What was I saying? Oh, I forget. I totally forgot. I lost my train of thought. Sorry. Oh, the patient with the infection. Thank you. Okay. So back then, you could actually go outside if you had a patient who smoked cigarettes. And that particular day, I had a little bit of time and I brought her out in a wheelchair to have a cigarette. I'm a curious person, always have been. If I don't even know you, if I say hi to you and we just start a little conversation, the first thing will be like, where are you from? Like, because it's such a small world. And I'll tell you how small it is. It's so small that being adopted, I ended up dating my first cousin without knowing it. And I only found out he was my first cousin because I introduced him to my biological family a year later. And my biological father looked at me and looked at my boyfriend, who I loved very, very much, and he loved me. What the hell are you doing with her? Like, and he says to me, that's my uncle. And I'm like, what? Yeah, so it's a small world. Truly is. So anyway, I asked her what, I literally just came out because I wanted to know what it was like once she had the surgery to have her penis removed. And she looked at me, she said, thank you so much. And I'm like, for what? She goes, for asking me how I feel. Because nobody does. Nobody. It's like taboo or something. Like no one wants to ask. I had so many questions. I even asked her what it felt like to have a relationship with someone as a female. This wasn't right after her gender reassignment. This was like a year later. She did develop an infection. So she was already dating and with men. I asked her, do you date men, women? Like, how does this work? She was so blatantly honest. She hugged me. She was like, thank you so much. You know, do you tell them? Do you not? So I always, I don't hold back. I don't hold back. I do it with mindfulness, of course. I don't be like, oh, hey, by the way, what's it like, you know, being a woman now and like laying down with a dude? No, not like that. But she thanked me. And she said it changed her life. Once she had her genitalia removed as a man, she said her life felt complete. Because I'm thinking, and she went through psychological counseling ahead of time, which is mandatory. So this wasn't like one day she woke up and said, I'm gonna have it done. She went through like, I think almost 3 years of therapy, saving up, because insurance didn't pay for it, saving up on her own, working 2 jobs, and she wanted to be a nurse. And I often wonder if she went ahead and did that. Also, this is totally me, the OG QB. But it came to my attention that there's another QB that has befriended all the creators I've been subbing to for years. Queen Bee, did you make a comment under my bee video that I made, Flight of the Bumblebee? Black Eagle, what's up? Yeah, she will always know you as a part of her story. I hope so. Hey, Dee Dee. It is still taboo. Yeah. So basically, we have a lot of work to do, you know? A lot of education, a lot of ignorance out there. And I'm sure I'm ignorant of a lot of things. When, oh, please don't hide Dee Dee. I know her. Hopefully that was a mistake. Dee Dee's an OG. That's Delusion Dispeller. Only if it was a kind comment. Yeah, it was. Thanks, Angela. I'm sure that was a mistake. It happens. Yep, it's me. Yes, it is. I did listen to one of your live streams this morning. I think it was from yesterday. It was good. It's always good to catch a replay or a live. It's okay, kindness. It happens. Dee Dee's a very forgiving person. Our police force and armed services are inclusive, still growing in regards to diversity. Yeah. You down with the OPP? Isn't this water pretty? It's blue. It's actually blue. But the clouds have come in. Oh, well, there will be no sunset over here. But maybe Chill Hill. No matter how cloudy it is, Chill Hill always has a corner of the sky with the sun still showing. Just say yes. Queen Bee, you're not an OG from the Molly Golightly days, are you? By any chance? The chicken lady who loves chicken? What was her name? It had Queen something in it. Remember her, you guys? Will there ever be a morning place? Molly Golightly. I don't know about her. I don't watch her anymore, but I've seen her. Makeup Mobster went live the other day and showed a clip or whatever, and I'm like, oh my God, she looks so different. Not the chicken lady in OG even before her. Okay, that's okay. But I liked the chicken lady. I liked her a lot. Molly Golightly doesn't look the same. Like, she doesn't act the same. She's not even entertaining anymore. Granted, she's got more subs. I'm sure she makes good money, but it comes with a price, right? Comes with a price. She gave up her integrity, what little she had of it. Just saying, Molly. Like, she listens to me. I can just hear it now. Look at your little channel. Look at me. The last time Molly Golightly called me was about 2 years ago. And it was, I forget what she even asked me, but she's like, is that really true? And I just told her to F off and I hung up on her. It was like 2 o'clock. I was sleeping. I'm like, don't call me anymore, okay? Just don't call me anymore. You never went, yeah, Jamie. Yeah. Good choice. She's horrible. She's supposedly true crime and exploits kids. Like, it's awful. It's awful. And she makes big bucks off as exploiting these kids. And I'm sorry, but I believe she's still unhappy. She's a person. I don't see a light in her whatsoever. She gave up her dignity, absolutely. I mean, she always brags about her husband and how he's got this great job and this big house, beautiful house, and she's living the lifestyle, and her neighbors are all doctors. And then why are you working on YouTube, making a fool out of yourself? Go spend your husband's money. I heard he was a manager at Target. I don't know if that's true. Remember the parodies you did? Oh my God, do I remember? They're still up. Someone asked me for, they wanted to see the burning of the SPA package. So I sent them the link. There's 2 parts, but I sent them one of them. It's sideways, but I apologize for that. But just turn your head sideways. That was meant to be entertaining. I should have smiled a little bit more, but I was trying to make a point. Like the movie Waiting to Exhale, there's something satisfying about burning up things. Not like a pyro, but I burned her entire SPA package, including the gift certificate. The mug, do you guys remember when I threw the mug down on the bricks? It bounced back up, and I'm like, hey, whoever makes these mugs, I should promote them, because it didn't break. Flat down on a brick patio. Boom, nothing. But it broke the second time. I literally put a lot of force into it and smashed it. You're such a biatch. Biatch. What's wrong with saying the word bitch? It's in the dictionary. They say it on TV. They say it everywhere. It's a term of endearment at this point. People who say biatch are trying to avoid saying a quote-unquote derogatory word. This is 2022. They sound more ridiculous trying to replace the word for a word that just doesn't exist. It's insulting to animals, Carolyn. That's good. That's excellent. That's excellent. Okay, let's see these people. Look, it's a board. It's a board. I wonder if the chairs are glued. It does look fun. I've never seen anything like that before, ever. And why isn't she paddling? Dee Dee, you would do it? Yeah. I would too. Absolutely. Absolutely, I would do that. All right. I could float on that all day. Well, thank God you know how to float. That's all I can say. You're saving your own life. Oh, kindness, that's so nice. You started visiting a hospice patient in your apartment building every Saturday. She teaches me to knit. Oh, that is so nice. Oh, Carolyn, is that my burning of the SPA package link? Oh, that was a long time ago. And then I burnt the Trump COVID masks. Remember, I went up to, I took a hike. I still have a Trump COVID mask. I don't know why I saved it. Maybe to throw it in somebody's Pink Party merch pack that I send out for free once in a while. Maybe if there's someone who's a Trump supporter, I'll let you have it. Hey, Steph sells stuff by the seashore. Oh, okay. Speaking of shells, and people who didn't come in at the beginning, hold on. Hold on. You ready? Oh, let me zoom out. Okay. Who's the queen now, bitches? Who's the queen now? It's just a joke. Natasha. Oh, her channel went down. So I'm now the queen. I'm now the queen. And I have shells. okay? This shell will go for $1,200 because there's 12 apostles on it. This is my miracle shell, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 apostles, the Last Supper, right? You see it? You see the bottle of wine down here? This apostle is still passed out at the end. God, he's in what they call one of those blackouts. That's a blackout right there, that apostle. They need to bring him home or give him some coffee. This one, hello? Can you hear me? Can you see me? I'm down here. Yeah, how you doing? How's it going over there? Up there? Yeah. This is my miracle shell that I talk to people from heaven in. This is not for sale. It's better than one of those voice box things for ghosts. And it's in English and Spanish. So, you speak Spanish, you can do it in Spanish, speak English. They'll speak to you in English. Yeah, what's up? What's on the agenda for next week, by the way? Any miracles about to happen? Any rain? Can you give us some rain? At least a little rain? Oh. I have to behave? Really? Well, why do I have to behave? I don't have to behave. I didn't do nothing. Jesus. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh my God. All right. Forget it. Good grief. Goodness gracious. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. I don't know. I know I'm screwing it all up. I don't mean to. What's that? Apologize? What's that? Say what? S-O-R-R-Y? Oh, no. No, never. No. 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 I can't. I'm the queen, that's why I can't. No. Look I'm gonna hang up. You're gonna disconnect? Yeah? You bitch. I'm not taking any more of this shit anymore. All right? Call me later. Bye. Okay. Yes. So, God forgive me. Queen P. Hey, Joanne. Ask if he approves of you. I hung up the call. He hung up on me. Call collect. I do. Give me a sign, please. Shell phone. Yes, I've been called shellfish as well, too. Selfish, shellfish. Please. Jimmy! Call the FBI. I'm being harassed. Call the FBI, Jimmy! Oh, he's not here. He's out for going out to the store to get another screw. Yep. Go pick up a pair of nuts, too, while you're at it, Jimmy. Thanks, Dee Dee. Thanks for coming in. Adrian Walter. Do you know, I made up, like, when I first started doing Molly Golightly's video, I had no idea what her husband's name was. So I made up a name when I was doing a parody in my car. Yo, Adrian. Come to find out that's her husband's name. Adrian. Yo, Adrian. 18-1. Oh, you just missed it. You'll have to rewind. You totally missed the live. Rewind. It's a little couple of spots in the stream where I did a little parody. Oh, I could go on that too. Go water skiing. Mandy Hall, how are you? Oh no, okay, here we go. See the willow tree? And these people are just floating. They're floating on their little thingy. That guy's clipping it, man. Look at. Wow. Wow. I like fast boats. And these two people over here, just to bring to your attention, right? They have life jackets. They have life jackets. Love your parodies. You were the real deal. Thanks, Tobert Flanders. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't have my mic on me. I wasn't expecting to do any little parodies. I just get these impulses and urges once in a while. And it just happens. It's in my DNA, I'm pretty sure. Could be classified as a parody disorder. I saw a white swan earlier. One white swan. I took a videotape of it. Of course I took a video. No, not life jackets. They must not know how to float. Should I ask them? Should I ask them? You know me, I do interviews. I've been to Burger King after Molly Golightly trashed fast food workers and said their jobs were not stressful. I interviewed the guy at the drive-thru with a hamburger hat on my head and hamburger and french fry glasses. Yeah, I don't know if they can float or not. But that's okay, they got life jackets on. Safety first, people. And this is a lake. This is a lake. Look at, they're in probably like 3 feet of water. Good for them. They should do like a public service announcement. La PSA. You saw a white swan? Yeah. Who is trying to say hi from the other side? Oh, anyone I could grab up in heaven. Anybody. You know, I can communicate with heaven. Hey, Pink, do you ever hang out by the pond in Forest Hill Cemetery? It used to be my backyard. No, there's a pond behind there? So to the side of it is St. Michael's Cemetery. Do you know the other day, my niece, my late husband's niece, is in from California for an engagement party because, you know, Middle Easterners go really big with engagement parties, right? So, we thought Forest Hills closed at 7 at sunset. We get there at 6:30. They're like closed. All the gates are closed. And the grace of God, I'm telling you, we circled the entire perimeter, and right where my husband's grave is, like you could see it through the fence, his plot area. There was a fence that was chain link fence that was opened at the bottom. So we snuck into Forest Hill Cemetery because we drove like an hour. I had to go to Waltham. So we drove from Waltham to Forest Hills to visit his grave. So we snuck in and I had on, I'm not kidding you, like I couldn't be seen, this color jacket, okay? Like the construction worker's jacket. And we got in and it was like straight ahead. was his area of graves where he was. It was, and my daughter even said, Mom, I swear it's Daddy guiding us. And I said, yeah, I feel it too. Like, that's 200 acres, I think, Forest Hills. Out of that whole entire place, and it's huge. That part of the fence was open. And we got in. Places, Steph, people from all over the world come for tours. There's waterfalls, it's gorgeous. I like it better than the cemetery in Cambridge. Which one's that called? That's a big one, but that's more horticultural. Mount Auburn Cemetery, I think, is the story over. Shut up, Black Eagle. Oh, I'm reporting you to the FBI. Yeah, tell your friend to shut up. It's a sign. Yes, it was a sign. And then seashells. We went to the Pleasant Cafe in Rosendale on Washington Street. That's been there since since the 1947 or 57. Family style dining, cheap food, $12 for eggplant, pasta, huge salad, with olives in it, tomatoes. He was guiding you for sure, yeah. I want to know how a paddle sings. I have no idea. I didn't follow that, but I'll tell you one thing. If it's 30 feet down, you don't need scuba equipment. Get earplugs, right? I'm really good at holding my breath. I can hold my breath 2.5 lengths of a 40-foot swimming pool. That's 100 feet. I can swim without losing my breath. I've gone down 30 feet snorkeling in Maui. Your ears do pop, you do feel the pressure, but at 30 feet, it's not a big deal. And why are they searching for it at nighttime? That blew me away. I'm like, what is this at night? Why would you search for something at night? I have questions too. I never knew paddles. It's probably a body. I'm sorry, but she's not truthful. We have to question, is it really a paddle? I think it's a body. I'm sorry, but I think it's one of her neighbors. Yeah, $300 for a paddle that sinks? Think about it. Think about it. Just like we thought about the promotional video for the water park, which was not Great Brook Lodge, by the way. I don't know if she ever said where she was, but I did a little research the other day, and it begins with a C. I forget the name of it, but and it has the same shitty looking cabana that looks like a medical tent inside. Everything is the same. I did a comparison. So I do know it was not Great Brook Lodge. P, do you have a metal detector? I bet you do. No, I don't actually. I want to get a drone. The bad neighbor's name is Dan. He destroyed the dog's bark box. Daddy here, baby girl, don't worry. Oh, that's tomorrow, 9 inches. Tomorrow, what's today, Sunday? Tomorrow is sexy trivia night. So come back tomorrow. Cartwright, yes. Yes, Carolyn. I'm not educated about paddle. My back side, you meet up with only a few times a kid, but that's my only experience. No, it starts with a K. No, it starts with a C. The one she was really at. She wasn't at Cartwright. Yes, Steph. Was it you who asked me when I'm having it? Because I responded to somebody this morning. Might as well just do it. Let's just do it. Tomorrow night, 18 plus. Don't bring your pearls because you'll be clutching them. You'll break them. When does Shane come into play with her? Yes, yes, I responded to you. Tomorrow night. Let's plan for 9 o'clock. Eastern Standard Time. 18 plus people. It'll be fun. It's fun. It's not vulgar. Everybody's a winner. No, the ones that float carbon fiber or fiberglass are max on the 25. I don't, listen. I don't think it's a paddle. It is not a paddle. And why would you go out at night? What are you hiding? What are you hiding? Think about it. Think about it. When does she ever tell the truth? Especially after that promo bullshit? I am convinced it's pathological lying. That no matter what she says from here on, nothing is the truth. Nothing. I looked at her hotel room drapes. That's exactly match K room on booking site. She might have well been no, but she was definitely not at that swim park. There's no way. It was the same everything from a different swim park. She may have stayed there, but that doesn't mean she went to their swim park. But someone told me that she never even mentioned where she was at. But I honestly do not believe it's a paddle that she's searching for. And why a magnet? Does she use a magnet? Because aren't paddles wooden? Why would you want a paddle that's got metal on it when you could get struck by lightning? I'm telling you, it's a body. Think about it. You go out at night so you can't be seen. Is it one of her pets that sunk to the bottom? You know, think about it. It is definitely not a paddle. Some promoter never said resort name once. Well, she was not at the Cartwright. She was not. I spent a lot of time comparing. There are anyone can do it. Go online, go on YouTube, look up both water parks. Look at the layouts, the colors of the fences. These are water parks videos that were uploaded 2 months ago, 6 months ago, okay? Look at everything, the surroundings. It is not the Cartwright. The resorts call her to vlog from all over. Oh, wow, she's popular. What an influencer. Yeah. It was the K letters from the Gala K. Did you hear her mumbling when she went to look for the red rope? She was mumbling red rum from The Shining. It was creepy. Oh my God! You beg to differ? Okay, that's okay. You want to fight about it? Let's meet somewhere. Meet me in the park. Like Molly Golightly told Makeup Mom. Said, meet me in the park. It's not a paddle. It's not a paddle. The room might match, but that doesn't mean she went to the same water park. Or it could have been a green screen, like the lake. You're overseas. Okay, inch high, private eye. Also, I put on my community post last night a court proceeding from the state of Massachusetts of a woman online that was part of Turtle Boy Sports, who I have followed off and on. He went to college with one of my kids. His channel name is Turtle Boy Sports. He started out on Facebook. I did a fundraiser for him one time years ago because a politician body shamed a tow truck driver that was fixing her flat tire, and he got it on video. And he's a single dad
Hi. Are you doing like FaceTime on that?
I'm doing a live stream.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That's really awesome.
Thank you.
Sitting down by the lake, live streaming.
Yeah, yeah, it's beautiful.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Yep.
You want to know why she sent Jimmy home and back during their one night getaway? I don't know anything about that. He left. Um, what was I saying? I don't know. I forgot again. Jeez. What was I saying? The tide is coming in. What the hell was I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, the fat shaming truck driver. Yeah, so this was a single dad raising his two daughters, and I did a fundraiser, and we raised like $1,200 and sent him. He went on a cruise with his daughters in Florida, so he had $1,200 in cash. So yeah, okay, so yeah, focus. So that on my community post, that is a court hearing of a girl online. Her name is Christina. Could be the one that's been harassing Makeup Mop, so you never know. And she was wiretapping. She was exactly like someone we know. Okay, we don't play here. Not in Boston. We don't play. Okay, you harass someone online, you do real life stuff as this girl did. Okay, this judge, you gotta listen to it. He wasn't putting up with nothing from this woman or her attorney. Okay, and that's how it is here. And she was recording conversations without letting the other party know. She was doing a lot of stuff, but she ruined one woman's life. This woman lost her business over this Christina chick. And this is all online activity. And this woman would go real life, like behind the scenes crap. So if you get a chance, it's on my community post. I posted it last night. Yep. Well, the sun is going to set in 15, 20 minutes, but it's too cloudy. But this was beautiful. This was nice. Anyone have any questions? Do you want me to go swimming? Actually, there's no swimming allowed over here. Not this side. Anyone ever skinny dip? Oh, what do I have? So I have this book. Excuse the stain in the left-hand corner. A Very Modern Dictionary. I can run through a couple of these. A lot of acronyms, a lot of sayings. Anybody know what a freegan is? A freegan, F-R-E-E-G-A-N. A freegan. F-R, F as in Frank, R-E-E-G-A-N. Take a guess. No one's ever, you're all winners in my eyes. Anybody? A vegan's cousin. Good guess, Black Eagle, but no. A vegan who cheats. Another good guess. They only eat free stuff. Oh, step. It's a portmanteau, which I have no idea what that means, of free and vegan. A person who eats only free, discarded food typically from the refuse of shops or restaurants, purposely for ecological and or ethical reasons that have nothing to do with them just being cheapskates. That's a freegan. Hey, Irish gal, what's up? Happy Labor Day to you too. Okay, let's do another one. A flavorgasm. What is a flavorgasm? This should be easy. This should be easy. What is a flavorgasm? Go ahead, Black Eagle. Answer it. Go ahead. A party in the mouth. Good guess. Close, yeah. So it's the extreme delight experienced by eating food or being introduced to a particularly good tasting beverage. Angela's husband has flavorgasms. You'll have to let him know that there's a word for that. Hey, Rosie. Flavorgasms. I had a flavorgasm this afternoon at lunch. Where are the check marks? I went through this whole book. What is the acronym JOMO? JOMO. JOMO. Ask Molly, it's her middle name. Yeah, she's put on weight, huh? She had that gastric sleeve done. I would imagine, like, if you start gaining weight, like, the stomach stretches, right? Sugar for me, no sugar diet. A JOMO, J-O-M-O. It's an acronym and it's also a noun. Don't ask me the origin. Okay. It refers up. Oh well. Is my screen black? The joy of missing out. It refers to the pleasure of staying in the present moment, the joy to be had in ignoring your social media accounts and not worrying what's happening in the rest of the world. Sometimes it's just really healthy to miss out and to not care. Thanks, Marty. That is JOMO. She said she never had that surgery. I thought she had the sleeve. I thought she said she didn't have the bypass. She had the sleeve. I don't know. I'm going to JOMO right now. I don't care. Glamping. It's a noun. What is glamping? This is from the book, A Very Modern Dictionary. What is glamping? Yes, glamping, camping, fancy camping. Yes. So it's camping, traditional goals of roughing it and getting back to nature in favor of bringing along all a style of camping that eschews the traditional goals of roughing it and getting back to nature in favor of bringing along all the luxuries of home. You guys are smart. You're really smart. All right, we did flavorgasm. Okay, peacocking. It's not camping if you bring your own toilet. Correct. Peacocking, it's a verb. What is peacocking? Black Eagle's on the edge of her seat. Showing off, yes. But how? With what? Men strutting around in front of women. Marty. Okay, it's when a human being dresses flamboyantly in order to draw attention from a desired sexual partner, just like a peacock displaying its vibrant plumage. Couple more. Where are all the check marks? I checked. Okay, this might be easy. Millennial. What is a millennial? What is a millennial? But you have to have the right years. Like someone born after 2000. A person who reached the stage of adolescence or young adulthood around the year 2000, also known as Generation Y. There is no official demarcation of the much derided millennial generation, but it is generally thought to be those born between the early 1980s and the mid 1990s. Okay, what is the acronym YOLO? Y-O-L. Y-O-L-O. YOLO. It's an acronym, a phrase. I'm ordering your Al-Anon daily books, only $10 on Abe books. That's awesome. That's great. So people look up Abe books. $10. You only live once. Yes. The Carpe Diem for the stupidest among us and the motto of the internet in 2011. Somehow it's still clinging on. The phrase has come to be used as an excuse for any misguided action. Example, this credit card might send me into an irreversible spiral of debt. But, ... YOLO, fam. You only live once. I never heard that one. Not back in 2011. I'm like, I didn't even know there were acronyms back then like this. Okay, last one. What is a zennial? It's a noun. A zennial is Xennial. What is a zennial? It is a noun. That's the big book. No, that's the $10 one. That's the daily read, like what I do. That's not the big book. AA has the big book, the 12-step program. And there is a 12-step program for Al-Anon too. It's different than the AA book. The AA is for actually people who are in recovery or struggling with substance use disorder. Al-Anon is for loved ones affected, or people who are affected by their loved ones struggling with substance use disorder. And there's also Alateen for teenagers. Okay, Zennial, cusp of Generation X and Millennial. Yeah, so a Zennial refers to older millennials, those born between 1977 in 1983. Zennials didn't get Facebook until well after high school, and they're a little touchy about being lumped in with the likes of Lena Dunham. So they now need their own identity. That's not overly sensitive at all, is it? Who's Lena Dunham? My daughter is a Z, born in 1980. Okay, this one I have to do. It's an exclamation referred to as WIG, W-I-G. You attended Alateen in the 80s. Those allergies. Like I told BBT, I have a sinus infection. No, I do have allergies. Wig is an exclamation. Who makes this stuff up? I have no idea. So I'll give you an example. I'm finally doing it. I've signed up to a pottery class. Oh my God. No way, girl. Wig. I signed up for a decoupage class. No way. Wig. It's like getting wigged out. Yeah, there's also a term wig snatch, which is a verb. So wig, like the term shook. This word denotes surprise and disbelief, usually with positive connotations. It is derived from the phrase, my wig flew off, and it's used when a person is shocked by something. Wig snatched. Much like wig snatch refers to someone being so shocked or surprised by another that they have lost their wig. Another variation of the phrase, however, can refer to the act of exposing a person to reveal the truth about their character. Your wig snatched. I know it's not a paddle. It's a body. It's a body. It's a body. All right, one more. I know I keep saying one more. One more. Tooch. T-O-O-C-H. Tooch. It's a verb. Tooch. You would do I'm gonna give you a hint. You would do this if you were having your photo taken. Tooch. You're gonna tooch. Yep, T-O-O-C-H. Tooch. No Googling, people. Jeez. Decoupage. It's a body. What part of the body? What part of your body would you tooch? Let me go to the Urban Dictionary. Purse your lips out upward? No, that's ducking. Like a duck? Nope, Angela. Welcome, Ivy. Suck in. Nope. Good guess, though. Very good guess. Booty. There you go. Wonderland Alice. Got it. It's a booty if you tooch. To tooch your booty is to push your derriere out while having your photograph taken in order to accentuate your rump, to make it appear larger, plump, and more rounded. A modeling technique popularized by Tyra Banks. You can also refer to it as smize, S-M-I-Z-E. I like tooch. You just guessed? Good guess. Good guess. So that is it. My cooch is my vagina, I thought. No, tooch. What? I don't know. What was it, did I say? Tooch? Someone spelled it out. Booty. Suck in. Demo. Very late to the... Tooch. Yeah, Carolyn's deleted comments. T-O-O-C-H. Tooch, yes. I have bleacher butt from kids' sports. Can never tooch. Hopefully you invested in a nice cushion. Those bleachers. Oh, before the Patriots Gillette Stadium, the new stadium, the old stadium had the worst metal bleacher seats everywhere. Everywhere. You'd go home and you'd have an imprint of the bleacher seats, the lines across your ass for at least a week. At least a week. So you wouldn't wear leggings for a week because you could see the lines right across your ass coming through your yoga pants. The rain is here, Pink. I'm sending it your way. Oh, no, no. You're not sending it my way. I made a call. I called above. I made the call myself. I am taking credit for it. I can try making a call again, but they hung up on me the last time. I am the queen. I am now the queen, bitches. I made a call right there. See? See? Spanish and English, your preference. Hello? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Hello? Oh, it's pretty over there. Hello? Voicemail. It's voicemail. For the love of God. Literally. Literally. At the tone, please leave your message. I would like you to call back to confirm that it was me that made the call to ask for rain and not these trolls that are coming into my channel, my influencer channel, because I'm popular. Okay? They're all jealous. They're jealous. And while I got you on the phone, I know it's voicemail. Can you help me with the thing that's 30 feet down? I swear, I'll be good. I'll be good after. I swear, it was an accident. It really was. It was. Oh, and they cut me off. Wait, let me see if there's a button to extend your voicemail. Nothing. Nothing. He got the point. He got the point. Okay? I'm not selling this for nobody. No, no. But this for $1,200, the 12 Apostles, the Last Supper. Any bids? Any bids? I've been showing this my entire live stream. Any bids? The 12 Apostles. Count them. There's a bottle of wine there. One of the Apostles is passed out. Oh, he's moved a little bit. Oh, he got thrown off from the table. Oh, he's on the floor now. Could be alcohol poisoning. You might want to get some medical attention. So I am responsible if it starts to rain. Oh, oh. Look at over there. That's kind of pretty. That's kind of pretty. Kind of. Wispy clouds. Wispy clouds. $7. Get the hell out of here. $7. You bitch. You batch. $7.15. Do you want to hear any higher? I'm asking $1,800. This is a miracle shout, people. This is a miracle shout. What's the matter with you? $15.01. $20. Keep going. Oh, keep going. Keep going. Carolyn didn't believe my father said that because he never spoke that way, but he didn't mean it in a wrong way. It was $1,200 a second ago. Oh, was it? Oh, you heard me wrong. You heard me wrong. Get your hearing checked. Look at that. What a supper that is. What a supper. In the back, you can decoupage the back if you'd like. Okay. All right. You can use it as a pooper scooper if you have a pet. Clean out your litter box, right? Seriously, no, look it. No, look it. I'm being serious here. Look, it's a great scooper, right? Look at. You can do lots of things with it. Is it possible just dirty? No. Is Michael in here? My mod? Would you please delete that person? Michael? Is that his name? That's his name, right? The guy who deletes everybody? Who's there 24/7 like he has no life? He came into my chat one day and I was like, oh, welcome. It's when I had Bitey Cat and Nana Patty up. Oh, Kevin. Sorry, Kevin. Yeah. Kevin, are you in here? Kevin. Not with the Holy Trinity shell. Kevin Leonard. He's so pussy whipped, isn't he? Kevin he wins the contest every week for the most comments, the highest commenter, or whatever. I'm sorry, but I don't know. Yeah, the one with the most comments. He's a talker. He's a talker. Promoting Carolyn's channel. There you go. Yep. He's a talker. Top chatter. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, he's like one of those people on Jeopardy that keeps returning because he's winning all the time. But the only difference is he don't get paid. Oh, Joanne, thank you. You're busy with plugging in the extension cord for my massage. Ooh. That sounds very sexy. Kevin is a putz. Yeah. Well, we where I'm from, we would call him a schmuck. He's a schmuck. Kevin, I got a shell. Kevin. Oh, Kevin, you're getting excited. It's my miracle shell. $1,800 for you. I'll give it to you for $17.99. I'll throw in the shipping. Right? You can use this as a scoop. As a scoop. You can use it as a measuring spoon too, now that I think about it. You can cook those pumpkin cookies and use this as like a tablespoon measurement with the 12 apostles on it. The Last Supper. It's a win-win, Kevin. Come on, Kevin. Come on. Jimmy likes to sing. Carly Simon sings, "Nobody does it better." Really? He sings? I know he plays chords. I'd like to see him improve a little bit on his guitar playing. I was shocked when BBT showed the video at the swim park and I see this guy with black swim trunks on, pulled all the way up to his nipples. I swear to God, I thought it was an elderly man in his 90s. I'm like, oh, look, what? Like, put the camera down. That poor old man. It was Jimmy. It was Jimmy. I'm like, what? You were looking, Carolyn was looking for a hot dog for her roll. I died laughing. Oh, Alice. You talk about shock. I was like, no, play it again, BBT. That's not Jimmy. He must have went down the slide and just, it looked like half the life got sucked out of him. Honest to God. He goes up there looking like he's in his 50s, 60s, and he comes down looking like he hit 98 years old. He's got to watch himself. When you get up there in age, you know, you think you can do these amusement ride parks. Oh, no. He came down, looked like he deconditioned pretty quickly. Swim dress for height challenge. I can't. Oh my God. Jimmy is looking old, wonder why. I think it was that whatever slide he went on. Yeah, he could have suffered something on the way down. Maybe he crapped his pants and he was pulling them up to hold it in, like get a good tight fit between his butt cheeks. I don't know, but that wasn't normal. That was like, no, who does that? I think he pooped his pants. I really do. And then we didn't see him anymore.